Now more than ever, it is time for the Atlanta Hawks to lock in. And I'm telling you guys, it is time for them to lock in. Going in tonight, the Hawks will be taking on the Boston Celtics. It is also the start of the NBA Cup, so definitely want the Atlanta Hawks to get on a specific stage and show the rest of the NBA who they are and what they are made of. What's going on, everybody? My name is Walter Pollard, and this is Atlanta Hawks Digest. I am happy to be here, and I hope you are too. We got to talk about why the Atlanta Hawks need to lock in. I mean, they definitely needs to lock in because of the fact that the list of injuries just consistently seem to grow and get larger, but it hit the wrong person, I feel like, today, man. Trae Young, he will be listed as out for tonight versus the Boston Celtics due to a right Achilles tendonitis. So I want to point out what a right Achilles tendonitis is, or well, they say it's on the right foot, but Achilles tendonitis is a common overuse injury that occurs when the Achilles tendon becomes inflamed, swollen, and painful. The Achilles tendon is the largest tendon in the body, connecting the calf muscle to the heel bone. So just pointing that out, we've seen how Achilles tendons have definitely disrupted a lot of people's careers in the NBA. We've seen how it has affected some of your favorite players. So we know that it is a very important thing. And unfortunately, Trae Young has dealt with this issue even last year. We'll talk about that later on today for sure. And we just got some of these things to talk about because, of course, with Trae Young not being in tonight's game, it adds another level of difficulty for the Atlanta Hawks. And you'd be crazy if you think, well, I'm not too worried about Trae being out. Yes, I am. Trae's our offensive leader. Just being completely honest, and I've even said it in prior videos where we do not need to rest solely on Trae Young being a leader because the Atlanta Hawks need to find out how they're going to operate without Trae Young at the helm of the offense. So I want to point out something as well, that Trae Young, he's actually, top 5 in multiple categories in the NBA. So I want to point out the level of importance that Trae Young holds for the Atlanta Hawks. He's top 5. Well, he's actually number 1 in assists per game. He's top 3 in touches per game. He's top 4 in double-doubles with 9 double-doubles on the season. And he's actually the top 2 he's top 2 as far as minutes played. The third person on that list also is Jalen Johnson right behind Trae. And just being completely honest, again, I said how Trae Young has dealt with this issue last year. If you guys remember, there was an extensive stretch, actually 28 games, where Trae Young had to miss due to this right Achilles tendonitis. And that was also a time when we had DeJounte Murray to help wheel the team to a 14-14 record while Trae Young was out. So with all of that being said, tonight, I said it in the beginning, it is time for the Atlanta Hawks to lock in. And I mean really lock in, because this is going to have to be a full team effort, and hopefully this could lead to a victory. It's hopeful, but it will lead to a victory. I want to point out how Jalen Johnson, it's on you now. We've had a lot of great expectations for Jalen Johnson as fans. We feel as though Jalen Johnson is, the next man up. He's going to be the next star in Atlanta. So with Jalen Johnson, he has to get the team going offensively. He has to get the team going, in the right direction. I want to point out Jalen Johnson early this year, not early. Yeah, it's been early this year, only 11 games. But hey, 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. He is doing a great job, but he's definitely got to step it up another level. And then on top of that, we got to talk about our Dyson Daniels, man, because, Dyson Daniels, first of all, leads the league in steals, and not by a small margin, okay? 30 steals in the NBA, man. Awesome. And I think he also leads the league in deflections as well with 60 plus. So again, we definitely are going to be expecting a lot of defensive efforts from Dyson Daniels, because he is the cornerstone of what the Atlanta Hawks defense is. Zaccharie Risacher, we are expecting a lot out of him, mainly because, first of all, he was thrusted into the starting lineup due to the fact that Bogdan Bogdanović is out and DeAndre Hunter is out. A lot of key players are not playing. So, yes, he was thrusted into the starting job. But Zaccharie Risacher, we're expecting him to play some extended minutes. With that, rebounding. I can't say it enough. Rebounding. Why is rebounding so important? I mean, you know it. You want to limit the other team from getting second chance points on the defensive end while creating opportunities for your team on the offensive end. You want to clean up on the glass. If you miss a shot, get the second chance rebound, pass it out. You know what I'm saying? Try to see if we can make something happen, but it's going to take a full team. And then last but not least, I got to point this out, man. Play 4 full quarters. 4 full quarters, and I hate to do this, but I got to do it. Last game, the Atlanta Hawks played against the Boston Celtics. There was a major screw up. Let's just put it like that. The Atlanta Hawks, they played 1.5 quarters of good basketball before the bottom fell out and the Boston Celtics went on a 34-9 run, just an offensive explosion, and Jason Tatum was at the helm of that. So, of course, with the Atlanta Hawks going against a team that they already know can put the ball in the basket, they're going to have to stick together, and they're going to have to play 4 full quarters. All right, now I want to point out that the Celtics are really, it's only 2 teams in the NBA, in the Eastern Conference. I want to point that out. In the Eastern Conference, there's only 2 teams that have winning records. Okay, so it's all not over and lost for the Atlanta Hawks. But again, like I said, it is time to lock in. Those 2 teams in the NBA that are again, with winning records on the Eastern, in the Eastern Conference, of course, will be Cleveland at 9-0 and with the Celtics 9-2. Kristaps Porzingis, he's still out, of course, for the Celtics. And then Jason Tatum and Al Horford were listed as questionable prior to the game, but I am sure that the Atlanta Hawks will get a full dose of these guys. Of course, with Jason Tatum being as offensively sound as he is going into this game. And let's not forget, there are other people on this team that can kill the Atlanta Hawks. It's a pick your poison type deal. And the Atlanta Hawks, they have to do what they have to do in order to get the win. It's going to be an uphill battle. It will definitely be an uphill battle, but I mean, the Atlanta Hawks will be crazy to not battle this. And again, looking at this stretch, man, unfortunately, the Hawks lost a lot of winnable games. Of course, yes, they beat the Knicks, which was impressive, but you follow that up with 2 losses to the Pistons and then Bulls. Now you're going up against the Celtics and the next game against the Wizards. You guys can definitely see the rest of that. It's not going to be some easy teams that you're going to play going down the stretch. So it is imperative that the Atlanta Hawks will lock in. I'm not sure to what extent or how long Trae Young will be out, but I just know that he is out for tonight. And I understand that Achilles tendon is a very, very, very important tendon, and we want to make sure that he is healthy the next time he comes in. Actually, I just found the information out that, he was dealing with a swollen tendon earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? Already. And yet Trae Young dressed up. He came out. He showed what he can do. He definitely showed that he is for Atlanta. He is down for this team. So definitely want to point out that Trae Young is going to be out. But again, it's going to be a team effort, and we have to do what we have to do in order to win the game. Definitely want to take care of some home business, talking about the injured players. Of course, Bogdan Bogdanović, he should be coming up on his reevaluation. I said earlier that it was going to take about 4 weeks before Bogdan Bogdanović could possibly come back. Kobe Buffkin also is reaching that time. Vic Krejci, he's listed as day-to-day. So, I don't want to put a specific timestamp as far as when he should be back. DeAndre Hunter, of course, he was dealing with knee inflammation earlier in the season, but some good news, he brought a child into the world. So definitely a major congratulations to DeAndre Hunter. And now he is out, of course, due to personal reasons. But we would like for him to come back. Definitely want him to enjoy his child, enjoy his family. Definitely appreciate all of that. But for sure, if you can get back as soon as you possibly can, please come back. You see it in my eyes. Please come back as soon as you possibly can. Look, tonight is going to be a tough hill to climb. It is going to be tough sledding for the Atlanta Hawks, but it is not impossible. Okay, there's 2 losses on these guys' record. So it would behoove the Atlanta Hawks to lock in, lock in, get rebounds, and again, play defense as much as possible because you do not want another 34-9 run in tonight's game versus the Boston Celtics. But with all that being said, I'm going to be on the other side of tonight's game, and I will give you guys updates. We'll talk about all of it, the good, bad, the ugly, what the Atlanta Hawks did right, what the Atlanta Hawks did wrong, and what they can do to be better the next time they take on the Celtics or when they take on the Wizards in the next game. But with all that being said, my name is Walter Pollard. Hey, I'll be out, but I'm definitely going to be tuning in to tonight's game, and I'll be back to talk to with you guys later. Peace.